Hello, and welcome to What We Wrote. I'm Emma.
And I'm Esme.
And we are two friends who have been writing together for decades. In this podcast, we go back and read some of our terrible teen writing in all of its angsty and melodramatic glory. Mm-hmm. And this is our 50th
episode across like the two books. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Episode 22 of this book.
Yep.
But yes, 50 all up.
Crazy.
Which means that like we were nearly finished living to die by this time.
Yes. Yes. God.
We are far from finished with this one. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Lots to come, don't you worry.
Yep. It's almost, it's almost a shame. Living to Die was
mercifully short,
but also like I feel like it was less upsetting.
Far less upsetting, yes.
Like it was dumb.
It was innocent.
It was really stupid.
Naive.
It was innocent, naive.
Yeah.
I feel like we're too worldly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess last episode.
Yeah. Yes. So the last one was a Cori one.
Yeah, we kind of dealt with the
well, they went on their first date.
Brandon and Cori,
if you could call it that. They went on a walk
date.
and looked at the same.
They looked at the
ocean from a slightly different perspective than what she normally sees out of her bedroom window.
They sat on some grass. And cuddled, and Brandon said he probably wasn't a racist.
Yeah. How romantic.
Wow.
The bar is low.
Yeah.
Yes. And then of course, Cori had its spidey sense, and was like, I wonder where Vari is, and then discovered what happened with Vari.
And had a full-on meltdown about it.
Because that's, I mean, yeah. Look,
like it's her problem.
It's her problem, yeah. Which, you know.
Like there's empathy, but there's also like...
It's also making it about you.
Yeah, exactly.
And like the way she made it about herself was like in the most like annoying way. Like she does have grounds there.
Yeah.
Where she could share her own trauma and her own PTSD.
Absolutely.
Like that would be valid.
Yes.
But that didn't come into it.
No, that wasn't what she was doing.
No, she was just like, oh my god, I wasn't there, I'm a terrible friend, or some shit. Like,
yeah. I should have been there to protect her.
Yeah, and like completely melted down over that. Like, sure, okay.
But on the upside, we know Kate's not a rapist.
Yes, we can put that to bed.
Annoying bullshit is over.
Yep.
And we can not have to deal with that anymore. He's exonerated from his imaginary crimes.
He clearly has a soft spot for Vari.
Yes,
I assume Vari will now reciprocate that from
I
here
assume
out.
so.
She was all like, he's safe.
Yes, Gross. But yes, Kate was clearly quite distressed that it was her. More so than other random girls.
Well, I don't know if maybe there was also a little bit of. I mean, well, there's that guilt thing as well.
Because he
seems to know something about it.
Yeah.
But like, because we know it's Derek, who is just like some weird like stable hand. Like he's no one important hand. So I don't understand the conspiracy of why he would protect him.
Because Kane was all like,
I should have done something to stop it.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
And Barry was like, you know, if it wasn't you, who was it? And he's like, I can't say. So he knows. That makes it sound like
so there must be some bigger conspiracy.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, if we have to pull some kind of positive out of the grim reality of what's happening.
There is something sort of happening.
Yeah.
Beneath the surface. And I don't know also if like part of his guilt is that like he did let her walk away.
Yes.
That night, and he's probably like, I should have just
stayed with
her.
Yeah. Which, you know.
Probably.
But
also she was like, telling him to fuck off. So,
yeah.
You kind of got to do what she says, but like.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard because, like, yes, she. You know, she told him no, go away, etc., but also he does know that there is a serial rapist
running around,
and that Vari is prone to sticking her nose in where it does belong. So, you know, yeah.
So there's probably a few things going on there. So, I'm kind of
I mean,
it's a bit
like it's awful. But like at least I guess it seems like maybe we're doing something.
We're progressing somewhere. Yeah, we're
like
it's relevant in some way.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I
I guess we'll see.
reaching for.
I really wish we'd just like drop it.
Yeah, we do.
But I don't think we will.
That would be
At least for a while.
Yeah.
I think probably.
By the next
Yeah, I think it'll probably be dropped in like a few chapters. I reckon
yeah, I don't think we have the
attention span.
Well, or the like the commitment to like maintain.
No. Well, that's kind of what all this is. We just like flip from one idea to
Yeah.
another. We're like, oh, what if this happened? It's
Yeah.
basically the premise of
Yeah.
how we wrote, really. Back
Yeah,
then.
absolutely.
And like even to an extent, like when we're just like
Yeah.
writing shit between ourselves, that's literally what we do.
Yeah.
We're like,
But
what if this happened?
But we're a bit better now at like, I guess, consequences.
Yes.
Like, so
and having those carry through.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like, we might go like, oh, what if this happened? But we then do take into account in future what if this happened,
How that changes.
that had happened,
Yes.
and that it is impacting the characters,
Yeah.
and sort of like things that happen to you change who you are as a person, and like
how you
influence the way you respond to things.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I think that's what we're really missing here, and I think that's probably why this plot line will be dropped.
Yes.
Is because like we don't have the commitment to the consequences.
Yeah.
So like I don't think that we will be willing to continue having Vari be traumatized by what has happened to her beyond a certain point.
Yeah, she'll get to a point where it'll just kind of
We'll be bored of
a little
that.
bit forgotten.
Yeah, and it will probably just pop up at random instances like Cori does.
Conveniently.
Yeah.
Which annoying, but I don't know. I kind of prefer that because I don't really want to deal with it. Anyway.
It's like it's bad writing, but
yeah.
also like, do we want to really lean into it? No. So
yeah, so I'm happy if they forget it. They. us.
If we forget it.
It's like I've just separated myself completely. Lose my other brain.
Alright, well, let's
jump in.
Get into it.
Let's do it.
Do.
Alright. Alright. Chapter 24. Vari. Get ready for the angst.
Oh, yes.
Everything hurt. Every movement, every thought. They both hurt just as much as each other. I was so tired, but I couldn't sleep. Just closing my eyes for a small blink brought flashes of the night to my mind, flaunting them in front of me. I was not awake, but neither was I sleeping. I found it easiest to just slip into a trance, focusing with every fibre of my being on that blank stone wall. I listened quietly as Cori wept beside me.
God.
Barely aware of the warm, salty tears running freely down my own face. I could feel her hand on mine, and I concentrated on the warmth of her hold. I frowned, wanting to tell her that it was okay, to comfort her, but I had no control over my broken body anymore.
Jesus.
It was like I was a simple outsider, watching the proceedings from afar. This is a very... I can see what I'm going for.
Yeah.
But it's really just telling.
Yeah, it's very cliche.
Yes.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
It's that very
Yeah.
Like there is a that feeling of being sort of
Disassociated.
Disassociating.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean that's basically what she's doing, right? She's dissociating. But like the way that you're writing it is very like, okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yes.
You and it's very repetitive as well.
Yeah.
Like that, especially like that first couple of lines were just like, my body hurt, my thought hurt.
Yeah.
They both hurt as much as each other. Like you didn't need to keep going. Like
Yeah.
like we got it.
Yeah.
It hurts.
My hand twitched then, and I somehow found the strength to squeeze her hand. Turning to...
Turning what?
I managed to found the strength to squeeze her hand, turning to the corners of my mouth twitching.
What? What? That doesn't make any sense at all.
It's not. It's just words.
It's word salad.
Yeah. Not even salad. Where am I to? Unfortunately, it had not had the desired effect on her as she began to sob harder. Oh, for fuck's sake, Cori. Jesus.
Pull it together.
I know. And this is the thing, like, Vari is immediately comforting Cori.
Yeah.
Like,
And like, at least try, Cori, and like get your shit together.
Yeah.
Like, and be there for Vari. Like, I know you're upset, but like, Jesus.
Like being physically there and still like
just sitting there sobbing at her.
Yeah, that's not
helpful. They're not. Yeah, like I get, and like, it doesn't even sound like Cori is like trying to stop crying.
No.
You know, like.
She's full
like
of
even if you're having
like
an emotional reaction, like you just go, okay, you know.
And look, this is something that I personally deal with a lot in my job. So, and it's one of the things that I think a lot of for those of you who may have forgotten or don't know, I'm a veterinary nurse.
Would anybody have forgotten that?
Well, I don't mention that often.
I feel like we talk about it a lot with medical stuff, particularly.
Yes, true. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm a veterinary nurse. And so, unfortunately, there is part of that job that involves
people's pets dying.
Helping people say goodbye to their pets. And so, I'm not going to say unfortunately, that is something that I and my clinic do very, very well. But it is hard for a lot of newer people because there are a lot of emotions there. And, you know, a lot of them times, like, you are quite attached to the client and you're attached to the pets.
Yes.
Like, you've spent sometimes, you know, weeks trying to save the animal and, you know, sometimes nothing you can do helps.
Yeah.
And then also, on top of that, we've got the grief of our own pets. So, you know, my past dog died of a very specific thing. And unfortunately, I see that specific thing in the exact same circumstances in other people's pets. And it comes at me.
Yeah.
But it's not my grief.
As a pet owner, the last thing you want is for your vet to be sobbing while you're trying to grieve your pet.
And there is a balance. And like, you know, sometimes there are times where you've got a good rapport with them and you can share that grief with them, but you're sharing it. It's not yours. It is theirs. And at the end of the day, you've got to keep your shit together. Like, like, you know, some clients do appreciate seeing, like, the staff is emotionally invested.
Sure.
But if you're rocking in the corner,
exactly.
So if you're crying more than the owner, that's not good. Like,
absolutely.
There's that real like.
Yeah, I mean, like I've been on the other side of it. Like, you know, a couple of years ago, I put down my dog. And you know, the vet came to our house and did it at home. And like the vet and the nurse were both obviously, you know, emotional. But they were not, you know, lying on the floor like
screaming, or even doing that, like turning it onto themselves, like oh, I'm such a terrible vet. I couldn't save your dog. That and that's not helpful.
No.
That's just making the owner feel like they have to be like, oh no, don't worry. Like they're looking after you now. Like that's
exactly.
That's not how this works. If it's their grief, let them have it. Like, don't do that. Don't be that person.
And like, for Cori, like if she can't pull her shit together, leave. Leave the room.
That is better.
Let Brand come in.
That is better than doing what you're.
Because Brand's right here. Like, let Brand come and comfort Vari. He's also her friend.
Or Doc.
Literally everybody. If you cannot pull your shit together, you need to remove yourself from the situation because you are making this worse.
Anyway.
It's juxtaposition all over again.
Vari, I can't. Oh, please be alright, please, she cried softly. Alright, look this over. I frowned and sighed.
Hang on.
Oh, what?
I've run out of space.
Already?
The sneeze would have done it.
That's true. Okay.
Cori was like...
Yeah, were we saying anything or should I just continue on?
I think it's just continue. Okay. Oh, if we were saying something, I'll just cut it out.
Okay. I frowned and sighed, looking away from her again. Be alright, please? How? It was so hard here. That's right.
I mean, good question.
Yeah, that's a stupid thing to say. Just be alright.
Just be alright. Just get better. Just be fine, okay?
So unhelpful. It was so hard, so terrifying. How could I put something like this behind me? How could I just brush this off? I didn't know how.
Well, don't.
Okay,
You
that's not
should-
what
no.
you're supposed to be doing.
Process it.
Yeah, tend to what Cori did. Makes sense. I thought I'd missed something, but no, it just doesn't make sense. I didn't know how. All was that I had to.
All I knew was that I had to?
Maybe, yeah. I had to be strong. I had to stumble my way through this.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to.
No. I will be, I whispered softly, swallowing painfully. I wondered idly what I must look like. I'd had my first real bath in weeks, but I had been unable to enjoy it, being partly unconscious. I could feel the bruises that scattered my body and dozens of cuts and abrasions stung whenever a cold draught was set my way. You're not alone, Vari, I promise, she whispered to me, her voice thick with tears. I smiled then, wry, but a smile nonetheless. I know. I closed my eyes with a soft smile and found myself unable to open them. I felt my mind slipping away from me, only to be thankful for the emptiness that was her head.
Foot. The emptiness that was her head? That Cori's head?
Maybe. I mean,
Cori's head is
that
very
makes the
empty.
most sense. That's what I immediately thought of when I thought her empty head, but I have a feeling I've just forgotten that I'm in first person.
Again?
Yeah.
Because writing in first person sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a real big draw for it though.
There
A lot of
is.
people love it.
Yeah.
All of romantasy is always
First person.
But
I feel like it didn't used to be that much of a thing.
no, I think it's gotten more popular.
Yeah.
A lot of YA, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like it. I mean, I don't mind
I don't mind
reading it.
Yeah.
As long as it's done properly.
Yeah.
But people write in first person and then they cheat. And that annoys the hell out of me.
They write in first person. They're like, oh, but I want to write this scene that my character isn't present for. So they have to make up really weird ways in order to include it.
Or they like want to write about like what another character is feeling.
Yes.
And so suddenly their point of view character is insanely good at reading people's facial expressions and things and knows exactly what they're thinking based on their expression. And anyway.
Yep. Which we surprisingly don't actually do that much in this.
No, that's true.
We've just stumbled across that.
Yes.
I don't think that's a talent.
But very interesting that like both our first two books were in first person.
Yeah.
Like I wonder why we decided to do that.
Yeah, because the ones I wrote on my own before I met you, they were all third person.
Yeah, so were all mine. I don't think I've ever written anything in first person other than this. Oh, maybe like one or two little things. But like not really.
Yeah, weird. We must have, made a conscious decision to do that.
Yeah, I just don't know why.
I mean...
Because I don't feel like it was that common back then.
No, but was this around the time... Well, because we had the Twilight quotes on this one. That was
Twilight?
first person.
Was Twilight first person?
Yeah.
Oh. God, I really blanked that out.
I think so. Yeah, it was first person.
Was it? Yeah. Huh.
Because she's like, I always knew I would die, or I never knew how I'd die, or something. Like, that's how it starts.
Yeah. God, I really blanked that out. I was sure. You're running out of storage now. This is going great.
This is going to be a very annoying...
Okay.
Yeah, so Twilight was first person, so I feel like maybe that. And I think after Twilight was first person, I think a lot of others, like, because Twilight was a trendsetter.
Yes. Well, it's funny, because I was literally just sitting here thinking, well, Twilight wasn't first person, so why is everyone else first person?
Yeah, no, it was. It was.
Interesting.
I'm like 99% sure it was.
I love we're both doubting ourselves, but no, I think you're right, because I think there was the kind of describing. Yeah,
and she was like, "Oh, I was irrevocably in love with him." Like that was. All,
that's right.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So it was all I.
Yeah.
Me.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I can only assume that had something to do with the decision.
Probably.
All right. What was I up to? I think I fell asleep, not aware of how much time had passed when I drowsily came to. I could hear voices, too, and they sounded familiar. It took a moment for the words to start registering. It was Cori and Kane, and from what I could tell, they were arguing softly. I can't leave her, came Cori's voice, her tone thick with weariness. I heard Kane sigh. I'll stay in case she wakes, Kane offered quietly. I would have smiled slightly, had I the energy, but as it was, I could only lay motionless.
I also love, like, the slightly there is killing me, because it's like...
I've just started ignoring them.
I would have smiled slightly. Like, no, you would have smiled.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have had a qualifier on...
Yeah.
Like, you don't put a qualifier on an expression that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can... Even though it's stupid and pointless and repetitive, like, at least I can see, like, if the smile has actually happened, that it might be a small smile.
Yes.
And therefore you might say, smile slightly.
Yeah.
But the smile hasn't happened.
No.
So just say, I would have smiled. Like, oh, God. Oh. Slightly.
I encourage you to let go of that, because otherwise you're in for a really rough ride.
No, I mean, like I said, like I can. It's just that one jumped out at me because it's like it's even more pointless than the usual ones. Like, the usual, you know, adjectives and adverbs that are thrown in like fucking confetti, like whatever. But that one jumped out at me because I'm like, you didn't even do it. Like,
No, cried Cori.
No.
I thought that was not so. I didn't do no.
No, you didn't, but it's just...
No.
No,
cried Cori. I have to be here for her, she insisted, the inflection of her voice unmistakable.
Why?
I sighed softly, a small feeling of warmth growing through me. It was oddly comforting to hear Cori being so protective of me. Cori, you've not slept all night. It won't help Vari if you're dead on your feet, Kane reasoned, his own thick with tiredness.
Yeah, when was the last time you slept, Kane?
He's a night. They don't sleep.
Don't they?
I'll send for you if she wakes, he bargained. We're falling into more and more, like we've always never been great at it, but we're more and more falling into the whole, we never just say said.
Yeah.
There's always something.
Yeah.
It's always he bargained, he cried,
he mumbled,
he whispered, like there's always, they never just,
grumped.
he grumped. She pointed out, like there's no just said.
Yeah.
You can just say said.
Yeah, and I actually noticed in my last chapter, in the last Cori chapter, that what I was doing was, if the only word I could use was said, I didn't put a dialogue tag.
Yes, yeah.
So I've just started not using dialogue tags if I cannot think of a fancy one to use.
Yeah.
And you know what? I actually, I curse to say the name. We all hate JKR and everything, but I actually blame Harry Potter for this.
Yeah.
Because there was a whole thing where people started to criticize JKR for using said too much. And
which is stupid. Said is invisible.
Exactly. But there was this whole pushback about, she only ever uses said. She just says said. It's repetitive. There's all these great words you could use instead. And I feel like that actually started this push that people for a while there were really determined that you couldn't just say said.
Yeah.
And it's I think finally we're starting to come back from that and being yes, actually said is invisible and is perfectly acceptable to just say said.
And if your writing is strong enough, then you don't need to explain the way they say things because it will come through.
Exactly. Right. And you save those powerful dialogue tags when you really need them.
Yeah.
And some of them are better than others. Whispered, I feel serves a purpose, right? Because you cannot really tell from the actual words on the page usually that somebody is whispering or something like that. Yeah. But once pointed out, responded, replied, asked, a lot of those are just not necessary. Yeah. Is this question mark? It's a question. You don't need to say asked. Yeah.
Well, no, I do feel like asked is a little bit like said because you can't ask a question and then say he said. So I think asked is the said.
True.
Pointed out is not. I think you could say asked instead of pointed out.
Yeah.
And
replied, responded.
Yeah.
All the ones that come
we know
asked,
they're replying. Yeah.
They're pointless.
Yeah. I can't leave. I promised I'd be here, she whispered. There was a short silence, and I heard Kane sigh again. You're just as tired as I am, Cori pointed out reasonably, and I heard Kane snort in reply. This is my job. I'm used to late nights. He replied. I could hear the smile in his voice. Well, I'm her friend, and it's my job to be there for her, Cori retaliated swiftly.
At least these two are getting on.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
I couldn't help the sharp rush of air that passed my lips in mirth.
She laughed.
You laughed.
Just say you laughed.
I just laughed. I went rigid, becoming carefully motionless once more. There was an elongated fall.
Whatever you're about to say after elongated, I feel like that's the wrong word.
There's an elongated fall.
Fall?
Fall.
An elongated fall of what?
I don't know.
And how is it elongated?
Fall. Fell? Definitely an F. Yeah, no, I'll have to move on. I think that's going to be solved. Why don't you go upstairs and have a short sleep in one of the beds? I'm more than positive that Vari wouldn't begrudge you some sleep, Kane suggested, his voice hushed back down to a whisper to keep from waking me. There was another moment of silence before Cori finally replied. Fine, but if I find out that she woke up while I was gone and you didn't tell me, I'll wreak terrible vengeance on you.
Okay.
Cori warned him.
The whole, I'm pretending to sleep while listening to the conversation trope.
Well, that's another one of those annoying, we want to be
in
the conversation, but I'm in first person, so I can't actually be in the conversation, so I'm going to try and figure out a way to get that person involved.
Also, we just had a Cori chapter. I feel like we could have had this conversation in Cori's chapter.
Yeah.
Would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Because then Cori could go to bed and we could swap to Vari's point of view.
Her voice low and threatening. I smiled, turning my head into the pillow to hide my face. There was a soft click and the door closed. I held my breath and knew Kane was doing the same as we waited for Cori to make her way upstairs. I heard Kane move over to the corner of the room and sit in a chair that I had not noticed before. Convenient. I shifted slightly and found... that was not necessary.
No.
We know you didn't notice it before because you didn't mention it.
Yeah, and also, your eyes were closed.
Yes.
Nobody's going to be like, but where did the chair come from?
Also, you've not explained, described the room at all.
No,
so
we have no idea where you are.
There could be 3 chairs
time
in there, we wouldn't know.
Exactly.
A chair that I hadn't noticed before. I shifted slightly and found that I could see him if I leaned leaned forward. If end leaned forward? If 2 leaned forward? He had his elbows on his knees, bent over so that his hands covered his face.
Okay.
I mean, I know what I'm getting at. That's not what those words mean in that order. He seemed out of place in the small room, slumped in the small wooden chair, his body seeming shriveled with tiredness.
Yeah, we get it.
He's small and tight. I heard him grunt softly, and he cursed silently. Oh my god, there's so many LY words.
Also, if he cursed silently, did he actually curse?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah.
That words mean things.
I heard him grunt softly, and he cursed silently under his breath. I closed my eyes, intending to go back to sleep. But as soon as my eyelids folded shut, my subconsciousness mind hurtled terrifying images at me. My pain flooded back through me, and I squeaked in terror as I sat up, my eyes open, desperately trying to push away the agony.
I feel like there's a real, a not really understanding of, how people usually react to trauma.
Oh, God, no.
I don't know. I don't want to make, too strong a statement, but I feel like most people don't go, just because they've had some traumatic flashbacks, you know what I mean? Open your eyes, but actually just squeak and it just seems really over the top, excessive.
Kane jumped, startled, half rising out of his seat. I held out a hand to stop him as I gasped for breath. Each beat of my heart sent a fresh wave of dizziness through me. I swallowed forcefully, choking back a new set of tears. Ugh. Let's skip all this.
No.
The events of the night came flooding back once more, my mind now cleared slightly by sleep, actively remembering. My breathing began to speed up, and I found that I couldn't stop as my chest heaved, gasping in the air before hurtling it back out. I brought my knees up to my chest, hugging myself. What was I to do now? How does life simply just go on? Oh, we've been here.
Yeah.
I sobbed once as I suddenly realised that I couldn't escape. He worked at the stables. I had spoken to him every day, joked with him, shared meals with him. How could I know who was safe and who wasn't?
I mean, like, if you tell somebody that he raped you, then he'll probably get fired. And then you won't be at the stables every day.
Mm. My gaze turned to Kane, who looked torn by indecision, evidently unsure whether to run for Cori or comfort me himself. I found it hard to believe that I'd thought of him as an attacker. I found it hard to believe that Derek had. I began to hyperventilate again.
Jesus Christ.
As my thoughts travelled once more back to the previous night. Kane didn't hesitate this time, and as he stood up and stepped across the room in 1 or 2 strides, sitting on the bed
One
next
or
to me.
two? Was it one or two?
Don't know. I swayed slightly, becoming dizzy from the lack of air, and I felt a strong hand on my shoulder. I squeaked again and twisted away, blinded by fear. I struck out as hard as I could with my fist. It connected with something, and I heard him grunt. I rolled backwards off the bed, sobbing quietly as I tried to...
I'm sorry. I know she's like having a panic attack, but she just fall off the bed.
Yeah. Pull my way towards the crack of light that I knew resided below the door.
It's just so much.
Yeah.
It's just so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Yep. He knelt down and scooped me up. No, I cried, squirming against him, ramming my fist into his chest. I was about to scream out when he spoke. I frowned, confused, and looked up, blinking several times in quick succession, my vision becoming clear.
I just don't know that that's how that works.
No. Hush, Vari, it's all right. You're okay, soothed Kane, as he sat on the bed and gently deposited me on the bed. I continued to sob, gazing up at him, wide-eyed and confused. Kane shuffled back a bit so that he sat away from me. I sighed in sudden understanding. Derek was nowhere near me.
Yes,
I was in a room at the practice. I was with Kane.
Yes, Vari.
Yeah, that's not how those kind of flashbacks work.
No, like, and like, she was like aware enough to count. You didn't start the recording again.
Well, at least I noticed before too long.
Yep.
Where was I?
Can you listen back to what?
I'm probably not going to need that. One for the blooper reel.
Yep. Yeah, everything is.
Stop. It nearly like went back to the beginning and recorded from the beginning.
God.
Okay.
Okay. Everything is definitely recording again.
It's definitely recording.
Great. Here we go again.
Okay. We're just gonna have to get through it because I don't want to go through that again. Anyway. I think I fell asleep, not aware of how much time had passed when I drowsily came to. I could hear voices, too, and they sounded familiar. It took a moment for the words to start registering. It was Cori and Kane, and from what I could tell, they were arguing softly. I can't leave her, came Cori's voice, her tone thick with wariness. I heard Kane sigh softly. I'll stay, in case she wakes, Kane offered quietly. I would have smiled slightly, had I the energy, but as it was, I could only lay motionless.
I don't remember that bit.
That's because you were bitching about the slightly.
Just for the record, Ez did not start the recording again after we had to pause, and so we're actually reading these pages for the second time. So if there are less comments than usual, it's because we already said them.
And honestly, I'm surprised that happened more often.
This is true.
This is the first time.
It's the first time that we have not actually recorded anything. Anyway, watch the YouTube for the missing bits.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes, you were bitching about something else, so you probably didn't get it. No, I cried. No,
No, I don't want to listen to the conversation again.
No, that was boring the first time. No, cried Cori. I have to be there for her, she insisted.
You don't know.
No, you really don't.
You're actually the worst person.
The inflection of her voice unmistakable. I sighed softly, a small feeling of warmth going through me. It was oddly comforting to hear Cori being so protective of me. Cori, you've not slept all night. It won't help Vari if you're dead on your feet, Kane reasoned, his own thick with tiredness. I'll send for you if she wakes, he bargained.
I feel like it is worth
cried, whispered,
repeating the conversation that we had about
it's more and more like
the death of Sed.
Yeah, the death of Sed.
Yes, every
line of dialogue in this says something, not just said, but it's like her tone thick with wariness. Kane offered, she cried, bargained, like just say said.
Just say said. Please, just say said.
Is invisible. If your writing is good enough, for the most part, the reader will understand what you mean. Also, I think it comes down to just trusting your readers.
Yes.
Your readers are not dumb.
Yes.
They're going
to be able to follow the conversation and the inflections.
And you just...
And most of them don't add anything, right?
No.
Like some dialogue tags, when used sparingly and appropriately, do add to the conversation.
Whisper and those sorts of things.
Even occasionally you might use a shouted or something. Occasionally, to really emphasize, if something is unusual or sudden or whatever. But things like bargained and insisted and a lot of those don't add anything.
No, retaliated.
And also when you do use said, you don't need to add an adjective to it.
Afterwards, just said is fine.
You don't need to say softly, loudly,
angrily, fiercely, whatever.
Just
a word that ends in ly or said with something
yes, with emotion.
Yes.
With
you can't get around using adverbs by saying with.
And then adding more. Just say said. Just say said. Just say said.
Don't be afraid.
Most of the time, what people do is say.
Yeah.
That is.
They say things.
They just say things.
That's fine.
It's fine.
You can leave it there.
Yeah. Someone bargained.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. I can't leave. I promised I'd be here, she whispered. There was a short silence, and I heard Kane sigh again. You're just as tired as I am, Cori pointed out reasonably, and I heard Kane snort in reply. This is my job. I'm used to late nights, he replied. I could hear the smile in his voice. Well, I'm her friend, and it's my job to be there for her, Cori retaliated swiftly.
That one's got a fancy dialogue tag and an adjective.
Yeah. I couldn't help the sharp rush of air that passed my lips in mirth.
Yep.
Yeah.
You laughed.
I went rigid, becoming carefully motionless once more. There was an elongated fall, which we spent about 5 minutes trying to figure out
what that meant.
We didn't get there, so I'm going to save you all the pain and just skip right over it because we don't know what that means.
Do you mean pause, maybe? I don't know if that's what you've written, but maybe that's
it's
what you meant.
It's definitely not what I wrote, but maybe
an elongated
silence fell.
Silence?
Maybe an elongated silence fell, maybe?
Oh, maybe. That's what you're going for.
Why don't you go upstairs and have a short sleep in one of the beds? I'm more than positive that Vari wouldn't begrudge you some sleep.
I'm more than positive. Like, who talks like that?
Super positive. Kane suggested, his voice hushed back down to a whisper to keep from waking me. There was another moment of silence before Cori finally replied, Fine, but if I find out that she woke up while I was gone and you didn't tell me, I'll wreak terrible vengeance on you. Cori warned him, her voice low and threatening. Yeah.
I don't want to do this again.
I smiled, turning my head into the pillow to hide my face. There was a soft click and the door closed. I held my breath and knew Kane was doing the same as we waited for Cori to make her way upstairs. I heard Kane move over to the corner of the room and sit in a chair that I had not noticed before. I shifted slightly and found that I could see him if he leaned forward, if he leaned forward, if someone leaned forward, I don't know.
And also, like, aren't you pretending to be asleep?
Yes.
Why are you leaning forward?
Why are you leaning forward? He had his elbows on his knees, bent over so that his hands covered his face.
It's just such a clumsy way to describe putting your face in your hands.
Bent over, like, yeah.
Yeah, so he's like sitting
Like this.
Yeah.
Like I'm wanting to do.
Yeah, exactly. We both wish we were sitting like that.
He seemed out of place in the small room, slumped in the small wooden chair, his body seeming shriveled with tiredness.
So small.
So small. So tired. I heard him grunt softly and curse silently under his breath. Okay.
Yeah, you can't
curse
silently.
Like,
if it's silent, you
can't
didn't do
hear
it.
Unless she like saw his lips move.
But his head is in his hands. Yeah. So there's literally no way she could have even seen his mouth move.
No. I closed my eyes, intending to go back to sleep. But as soon as my eyelids folded shut, my subconscious mind hurled terrifying images at me. I squeaked in terror as I sat up, my eyes open, desperately trying to push away the agony. Kane jumped, startled, half rising out of his seat. I held out a hand to stop him as I gasped for breath. Each beat of my heart sent a fresh wave of dizziness through me. I swallowed forcefully, choking back a new set of tears.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. The events of the night came flooding back once more. My mind now cleared slightly by sleep, actively remembering. My breathing began to speed up, and I found that I couldn't stop as my chest heaved, gasping in the air before hurtling it back out.
It just doesn't flow very well either.
There's just not much. It's just not I think I applaud that I am trying to show her panic.
Yes.
I'm not just saying I felt panicked or I am trying to show it.
Yes.
Just not very well.
Yeah.
It's still somehow a very telly way.
Yes.
I'm
because we're in first person.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not going to be thinking about my rattling breath and
it's still very external.
Yes.
To Vari's experience.
Yeah.
So instead of describing her breath hurtling in and out, which is such a weird way to describe that anyway, but would we not be experiencing the flashback that she is experiencing?
Yes.
Right? Not that I want that, but
no, we do.
We don't want that. But if you were writing it, in a first person,
she's not.
What is she experiencing?
Yeah, she's not experiencing her breath. That's not what she's thinking about.
Yes, she's experiencing her panic.
That's making the breath.
Yes.
So, I feel like this would work better if it was in third person, because then we'd be seeing, she is having a panic attack.
Exactly.
But because it's in first person, it doesn't work the same.
Yes, it's it's exterior to her mental state.
Yeah.
Which, as a first person narration, we should be in her head.
Yeah.
And describing feeling dizzy, yes. Feeling short of breath, yes. But I don't know, and obviously this is the second time we've read this, but the rest of it is the same. She's describing what's happening outside of her, not what she is mentally experiencing.
Yeah. What was I to do now? How does life simply go on? Just go on. I sobbed once as I suddenly realised that I couldn't escape. I worked at the stables. I had spoken to him every day, joked with him, shared meals with him. How could I know who was safe and who wasn't? My gaze turned to Kane, who looked torn by indecision, evidently unsure whether to run for Cori or comfort me himself. I found it hard to believe that I'd thought of him as an attacker. I found it hard to believe that Derek had. I began to hyperventilate, again, as my thoughts travelled once more back to that previous night. Kane didn't hesitate this time, as he stood up and stepped across the room in 1 or 2 strides, sitting on the bed next to me. I swayed slightly, becoming dizzy from the lack of air, and I felt a strong hand on my shoulder. I twisted away, blindfolded by fear, as Derek's leering grin loomed over me. I struck out as hard as I could with my fist. It connected with something, and I heard a grunt. I rolled backwards off the bed, sobbing quietly.
Still, unfortunately, a very funny image. Like, I know that she's like,
having rolling backwards off the bed.
Like it's just, I'm just picturing her legs just going. It's like the visual that is giving me is not
it kind of takes you out.
It kind of takes you out of the trauma response, and like it's just funny.
I tried to claw my way towards the crack of light that I knew resided below the door, which is a weird thing.
It's also a weird thing to say.
That I knew, like,
resided.
Can you not see it?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you knew it was there? Do you know it was there because you can see it?
And like,
or like, can you not see it but you know it's there?
And also, resided is such a weird way to say.
Yeah.
Like the light resided under the door. It lived there.
Like,
what? No,
even in the dark. Like, where did the light come from?
No, it doesn't make any sense. And if she like what appears to be happening here is that she is having a trauma flashback.
Yes.
Even though that's not really how this happens, but if she's like mentally flashing back to what happened to her, like why is she thinking about the light under the door? Because she wasn't attacked in a building.
No.
So like, is she conscious of where she physically is, or is she not conscious of where she physically is?
Yeah.
Because like, if she can see the door and the light that she knew was under the door, then it doesn't make any sense.
I sobbed brokenly as I tried to crawl past him. He knelt down and scooped me up. No, I cried, squirming against him, ramming my fist into his chest. I was just about to scream out when he spoke. I frowned, confused, and looked up, blinking several times in quick succession, my vision beginning to clear. Hush, Vari, it's all right. You're okay, soothed Kane, as he sat on the bed and gently deposited me on the bed. I continued to...
We're on the bed, guys.
We're on the bed.
We're on the bed.
Yeah. I continued to sob, gazing up at him, wide-eyed and confused. Kane shuffled back a bit so that he sat away from me. I sighed in sudden understanding. Derek was nowhere near me. Yeah, here, Penny.
Also, a sigh is like, is that, like, would you be sighing? A sigh?
I think, just like,
exhaled.
Just, like Penny just did. You exhaled.
Yeah. I just feel like sigh...
Sighed is a different connotation.
Has a different connotation.
Yeah.
Of...
like exasperation.
Or like boredom, or like, it doesn't speak of, I just had a trauma flashback.
Yeah. I sighed in sudden understanding. Derek was nowhere near me. I was in a room at the practice. I was with Kane. I gasped and sat up straight, reaching for him in sudden realization. Kane flinched backwards. I hit you, I breathed, rocking back and covering my face with my hands guiltily.
Kills all over the place.
I know. Not long ago, you would have been thrilled with that.
Yeah.
Kane smiled tiredly and laughed once. It's all right, he told me, running his hand through his dirty blonde hair. He sighed shortly and went to stand up. Don't disturb Cori, I said quickly. Kane turned and looked at me with a raised eyebrow, the corner of my mouth turned up in a wry smile. If you heard that, you'd have heard her threat. I'm not willing to find out whether or not she was bluffing, he said.
What is she going to do to you, Kane? Also, like, if Ori just goes back to sleep, she'll never know that she woke up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, just don't tell her.
Just don't tell her. He said with a grin. I shrugged. I'll cover for you, he replied. I felt bad enough dragging Cori here in the first place, never mind waking her up after only minutes of sleep.
I mean, you didn't actually drag her here. She showed up on her own.
On her own, and refused to leave.
Unfortunately. All of us.
Yes. Kane eyed me suspiciously, but reluctantly sat back down on the bed. My writing is very neat at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like for pages.
Oh.
Pages.
Oh.
Oh, and pages.
Oh, no.
Oh, and pages.
Oh, no. God, did this have to be the chapter we had to do twice?
We're in new ground now.
Here we
haven't
are.
read this yet.
Yes.
Finally. Kane eyed me suspiciously, but reluctantly sat back down on the bed. He looked away awkwardly, and I found myself doing the same thing. How are you feeling? He asked after a long and somewhat awkward silence. I swallowed and bit my lip, looking down at my knees, hugging them closer to me. I didn't trust myself to reply, so I didn't. I didn't want to admit it, didn't want to believe what had happened. All I knew was that ignorance was bliss, and denial was the only way of achieving this, then so be it.
You know what's interesting? That we seem to struggle in this book so much to have conversations. Like, we just never seem to know
what to do with it,
what to say to each other,
and what purpose, like how to use the dialogue conversation to actually progress the plot.
But like, even beyond that, like, I'm just thinking about like our modern writing and our dialogue and stuff like that. Like, we have to actively restrain ourselves
to hold back
having our characters just have long and meaningless conversations that don't really achieve anything. Like, we could sit down and have Mary and Eve just fucking chat for pages and pages and pages, and we could do that without any stress or worry. And we actively have to be like, okay, what is the point of this conversation? How do we get to the point? Make sure that we're not, you know, like rambling on or whatever. And it's very interesting that like we can't do small talk.
We can't even do that
in this
at all.
At all. Like our characters just seem to sit there and go, so how are you feeling? Yeah. How was your day? Yeah. It's like it's like they don't like each other.
No. I heard Kane sigh and I looked up at him. It was still dark outside, but a faint glow on the horizon had appeared that seemed to lighten the sky.
Seemed to? Or did it?
Did it?
Like...
It cast us in a cool blue glow and it outlined the tired lines on his face, making him seem haggard and older. Ouch.
Nice.
He was like an old man. I wanted to thank him. I wanted to tell him how grateful I was that he'd come. The words choked in my throat, though, and all I could do was gaze at him, my green eyes red-rimmed and watery.
How do you know that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't thank him without sacrificing my ignorance at that moment.
What?
Because if she thanked him, then she'd have to admit that there was something to thank him for, I think.
Okay, but you're thinking about it, so
yeah,
you've already done that.
Yep.
I just... doesn't make any sense.
I got up then, stiffly. I winced, but continued to push myself off the bed. Kane... What's confusing about
that? Just where is she going? Like, what?
We'll find out, I assume. Kane turned his gaze sharply on me, half rising once more, intending to help me. I'm fine, I hissed at him through clenched teeth. I heard him sigh impatiently and moved next to me, taking my arm. My body automatically welcomed the aid, but I gritted my teeth in spite.
Oh, in spite of what?
I don't know. What do you want? He asked quietly, his voice low and thickened with weariness.
Yes, we get it. He's tired. Oh my God.
I'm not made of lace. I can walk, I snapped at him, stepping away from him. He let me go, placing his hands on his hips and looking down at me with a smirk.
He's very, like...
sassy.
Hands on hipsy.
I know. I glared up at him, my eyes narrowing. What? I demanded. It's nice to see you're still a feisty street rat, he said, laughing under his breath.
Is that necessary?
I blinked at him for a moment, taken by surprise.
To be honest, I would say that Vari is not a street rat anymore.
No.
She has a home.
She has a job.
She has 2 jobs.
Yep. Yeah, she's like, reformed.
Yeah, she's
very well reformed.
Like, she's not a street rat.
No.
Like, we can stop saying that now.
We can. But we would. I blinked at him for a moment, taken by surprise. I was acting normal? Well, that's the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. I mean, in what context? Like, what do we mean by normal here?
Yeah. A faint glimmer of hope began to glow in the pit of my stomach. Maybe I could do this. Maybe I could pull through. Which have question marks in them. I don't know why.
Because, like, rhetorical questions, we need them.
But then not. They're not questions.
You slap a question mark at the end of it, it is. Make anything a question, try hard enough.
Apparently. At least I only had 2. It's nice to know you're still an arrogant asshole, I retorted quietly, limping awkwardly past him and towards the chair. Kane laughed quietly again and followed me with his pale blue eyes. What are you doing? He asked. Curiosity speckled in his tone.
Speckled? How do you speckle?
This is going to get real old real quickly.
Oh my God.
With this business.
It already is. It's only been a couple of pages.
I don't know how our friends used to read this shit and tell us it was good. Like, what? This is your fault, guys. You should have told us sooner how bad this was.
Why did nobody tell us?
I know.
I don't know. Did anyone read this one?
I know. I think the only one who would have been Laura. We'll have to ask her.
Yeah. Yeah.
She read Living to Die and she read TSC.
But I don't know if we showed this one to anyone.
Tiana used to read a lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. This book is like a black hole in my memory.
Yeah,
it took us so long to write it, and I do not remember writing it.
Any of it.
Any of it. Like, I don't remember what was happening. I don't remember.
No.
Like,
weird.
Yeah.
Where's the speckling? Speckled in his tone. There we go. I rolled my eyes as I slumped down into the chair. Use your head. I can't honestly believe whoa. There's a lot of words that I forgot in the sentence that I then added in later, but it made it even more confusing. So, use your head. I can't honestly believe that one as large as yours is so completely useless. Now, I left out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those words.
Jesus Christ. Bloody hell.
I mumbled at him, casting him a dark glare. Kane grinned at me briefly before turning and walking to the door. I sat up sharply. Can I just, not say all of the L-word words?
No, we have to keep it for posterity because people need to understand
why
how bad they are.
This is bad, guys.
And when you are writing, if you are a writer who listens to this, burn them. Kill them.
If it ends with
fire.
L-Y, you're not allowed to use it.
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. I sat up sharply. Where are you going? I asked, my tone slightly higher than I had intended, making me sound panicked. You are panicked.
You are panicked.
It doesn't make you sound panicked, you are. Kane smiled warmly at me, and I frowned, looking away, unable to hold his gaze. I value my life. I'm going to get Cori, he told me with a quiet snort of laughter as he opened the door and walked out. Asshole, I muttered, settling back into the chair and hugging myself as I shivered, goosebumps rising on my arms.
Sure feels like you don't like Cori very much.
Yeah. It didn't seem long until I heard footsteps and murmurs, raised whispers.
Are they murmurs or are they raised whispers?
I heard footsteps and murmurs, raised whispers.
So the murmurs are raised whispers?
Maybe?
The fuck is a raised whisper? Like when you're doing like a whisper shout?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Or like when you're halfway between, you start as a whisper and then you get louder.
None of it makes any sense.
Nope. I guess that Cori was berating Kane for some reason or another. The door handle turned, and after a muffled creak of protest by the hinges,
Jesus Christ.
Cori walked in.
Just say she opened the door.
Mm-hmm. There's a time to be the
descriptive,
the creak, the door hinges. There is a time for that.
Yes.
This is not that time.
No.
Yep. Vari, you're up, Cori explained. I assume that's what Kane told her.
Yeah. And also, it's been 5 minutes.
Yeah. Vari, you're up, Cori exclaimed. Her eyes narrowed slightly as she looked at me. How long have you been awake? She asked suspiciously, turning to glare at Kane as he sidled in after her. Again, as you say, it's been 5 fucking minutes. I looked up to Kane, the smallest shadow of a smirk on my face, as I considered releasing Cori's wrath on him. He smiled pleadingly at me and I sighed. Just then, Kane stayed to help me get to the chair before scampering off to get you. That's not even a lie though, that's literally what happened.
Yeah, literally.
Like,
you literally just woke up.
yeah. I replied with a small shrug. She mumbled non-committedly as she turned to glare at Kane again. Kane smirked at her in reply, and I smiled at them.
God, so many
silently
expressions.
remarking how much had changed. Cori came over and took my hand, crouching down beside me. How are you feeling? She asked me gently.
So fucking boring.
Peering up at me, her eyes full of concern. I sighed, closing my eyes, and for a time, just concentrating on my breathing. Do not ask me that, I breathed, my teeth clenched tightly together. I can appreciate that. I opened my eyes and found her face, blinking calmly at her.
Found her face.
There it is!
Where else would it be, Vari?
She frowned at me uncertainly. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to leave. He made me, she replied, scowling at Kane, whose mouth quirked in an innocent smile.
We know. Jesus. We were there.
We were all
there.
It won't help me if you're dead on your feet, I told her with a small smirk as I quoted Kane's earlier words to her. Again, we were all there.
We were all there.
Remember that.
We know.
Yeah.
You don't need to tell us.
No, we really don't. Kane laughed once, but quickly stifled it as Cori turned to glare at him. I don't see why he gets to stay. He's probably had less sleep than me, Cori retorted sourly. What is the point of this conversation?
Literally nothing.
Ooh.
There's literally no point to any of this. All of it could have been deleted and it would affect nothing.
But I don't care about him. I care about you, I told her, squeezing her hand as I smirked at Kane, who merely arched an eyebrow at me. Oh, Vari, I care about you too, she cried, startling me. I sat up, reaching out to her, alarmed as she continued on tearily. I'm so sorry. I feel awful. I didn't even realise you weren't around, and I should have been here sooner. Shh, I interrupted her. Shh. Shut up. I interrupted her, frowning, not sure how to handle this. I saw Kane, his head down, open the door and slip silently out. If only we could all do that.
Yeah, I know, right?
I tried to give him a thankful glance, but it probably looked like a despairing grimace. He smiled at me as the door closed with a soft click. I turned back to Cori.
I care about you, but please don't talk to me.
Yeah. Why are you sorry? I asked quietly, perplexed. Because whenever I'm in trouble or scared or hurt or sad, you're always there to help me and make me feel all right. And I wasn't there for you. I'm sorry, she cried, beginning to sob uncontrollably.
Oh my God, Cori, you're here now.
And also what the fuck? I bit my lip, frowning. I had no idea what she was saying or what to do to comfort her. I hesitantly pulled her up to me and hugged her uncertainly. Yeah, you're here now, I suggested weakly, whispering into her ear. She sniffled slightly and I drew back to look at her tear-stricken face. I'm sorry, I guess I'm not helping, am I? She admitted tearfully, wiping at her eyes. I squeezed her hand comfortingly and shrugged. I mean, you're not.
No, you're not. Not at all.
It distracted me, I told her with a small shrug. I wish I knew what to do, how to help, she said sullenly.
Just shut up.
I sighed softly, letting go of her hand and tucking my knees back up under my chin, hugging myself. It will be all right, I said fiercely, as I tried to convince myself. I think I almost succeeded. Cori's reply didn't help much. Of course you will, Cori insisted, the confidence in her voice sounding forced to my ears. If someone as pathetic as me can survive something almost bad, then someone as strong as you can survive really bad.
God.
It's common sense.
Cori, shut the fuck up. You dumb bitch. What are you saying? Oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't know.
To sit there and say, what happened to you was really bad. Yeah. It was really bad. Do you know it was really bad? Oh, God.
Jesus Christ. So bad.
So bad.
Her words Her words brought something back to me from that night. I gasped softly, my hand travelling up to hide my mouth as I looked down at Cori, horrified.
Gasping a lot.
I know. And that's the thing, everything's like, so, like, you can just, like, remember something without it, like...
Having to gasp,
and be like, like, that's not how humans work.
Like, at most, you might go, oh.
Oh, or you might go,
oh.
Yeah, like, you might have a little, but you're not going to go, I gasped softly. I mean, you can see the moment I realised that I hadn't pressed record on that video. And it wasn't as horrific as that. I just went...
And I knew, looking at your face, exactly what you'd done.
And then I've got like underlined, so this is in italics.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Cori would have had a good time had we not been interrupted.
Yes, we remember.
We remember. Could I tell her? Should I? Would it help if Bran were to find out? But didn't he deserve it?
Wait, what? Who?
I think she's implying that Bran would like go and fucking kill Derek.
Oh. I mean, raises the question, why hasn't Cain?
Yes. My thoughts faltered as I cut my train of thought short. My heart rate sped up again and my breathing quickened as I became taller.
Oh, God. That's why this chapter is so long, because every 10 seconds she has a panic attack.
I know. Vari, I heard the panic in Cori's voice, saw it in her eyes. What is it? What's wrong? No, why did she ask me that? I couldn't tell her. I wouldn't?
What is going on?
But what if justice? Screw justice! Protect Cori! Protect Bran!
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I stammered vaguely as I struggled within myself. I began to shake and I blinked blankly at Cori, unable to move, unable to speak coherently.
That's one way to get out of this conversation.
Yeah, I know. Vari, calm down. It's all right, I promised. Cori soothed shakily. I shook my head. All right? How on earth was it all right? Who could I tell? Who would believe me?
Cain.
I was a street rat. According to bad prejudice?
Is there good prejudice?
I don't remember. I had probably been asking for it. But what about Cori and the other girl? No, I had to say something. The truth. But maybe not the whole truth. Yes, that's what I do.
What are you on about, you nut job?
I don't know.
What do you mean, not the whole truth? There's only one truth, and it is that Derek raped you.
Yeah.
How do you, like, half-truth that?
I don't know. I know who it was, I whispered hoarsely, staring at Cori, eyes wide, tears beginning to well in my eyes. I know him, I squeaked. I know him. I squeaked. A flash of confusion danced across Cori's face. What? She asked, before her face transformed into anger. Why is it surprising that she'd know who it was?
Yeah.
Who? She almost demanded. Almost demanded?
Or did she demand it? Why the qualifiers?
I don't know. I falter and began to shake again.
It's going to get old really quickly.
My throat thickened and I bit my lip so hard I could taste blood. I tried to talk, but to force the name between my lips terrified me. What if he came for me again? No, I had to. I had to do this. Not for Cori and the girl, but for the others. He had to be stopped. And It seemed that the duty had fallen on me. Derek. It was Derek. I stumbled, my voice shaking incoherently. Cori blinked in recognition of the name. The stable hand? Ah, Toria, let him touch me, she said, shuddering. Yeah, gross. My eyes widened slightly. She'd spoken to him. She'd spoken to the very man that attempted to take her innocence away from her. I swallowed. I couldn't just let her continue on in oblivion.
So are you going to tell her?
How could I do that? How could I rob her of her own reassurance that he won't get her again? Cori mistook my expression as fear for myself, and she leant forward to hug me. I couldn't bring myself to hug her back. Vari, it's all right. He can't hurt you now. I mean,
Well-
it's still walking around out there. She soothed softly to me. I shook my head warily, slipping into a trance that almost rendered me completely incoherent.
You know, I have to say, from Derek's point of view, this is like a pretty stupid, like, move. Like, he knows Vari knows him.
Yeah.
He wasn't wearing a mask
No.
or anything. Like, and then he just left her alive to tell everybody that he raped her.
Yeah.
Like, what's your game plan here, my dude?
I don't know. No, I mumbled, shaking my head again. He told me something. I stuttered, each word taking so long to form in my mouth, coming out, slurred and shaky. Calm down, you can tell me later. It's fine, she mumbled, crooning softly to me. I shook my head fiercely, pushing her back from me, appalled by how weak I was. No, I have to, now, I insisted.
Okay.
Promise me, don't cry. Yeah, please, please, for the love of God, don't. Once upon a time, I would have smiled, but I didn't have the energy now.
To smile?
I don't know. I don't even know. I promise, she said, frowning suspiciously at me. That's a bold promise to make, Cori.
Yeah,
I don't
say.
think you can keep.
Also, I do feel like in this instance, we are talking about Cori's sexual assault.
Yeah, if she wants to cry,
So if she wants to cry, she can.
Yeah.
Like, she shouldn't be crying over your sexual assault.
Yeah.
But she can cry over her own.
Yeah.
That is actually a valid
That's
response.
I tried to take a few deep breaths to calm myself, but I failed, so I plowed on anyway.
Okay.
I know who attacked you, I whispered, frowning at her as I waited for her reaction. She blinked at me expectantly, and I blinked back in surprise. Everyone's just blinking.
Everyone just sitting there blinking at each other stupidly.
Yes, she pressed quietly. I frowned and sighed. Too late to go back now. I mean, I feel like you can probably figure it out, Cori, but okay.
Yeah.
It was Derek, and the one I found and blamed Kane. It was him again. Cori, we have to stop him before he gets another poor girl, I cried, becoming hysterical once more. Well,
Were you?
that didn't sound
It
hysterical.
doesn't sound hysterical at all.
No, Vari, we aren't doing anything. You are going to bed and rest and get better. I am going to stay here with you. Bran is going to sulk in the waiting room, all right? I will brook no argument over this, she insisted, her tone of authority taking me by surprise.
Or tell Kane,
Yeah.
the fucking captain of the fucking guard, it's his job to fix this.
Job.
He
Also,
is right there.
I think this is dialogue.
Oh, do you?
Because that I will brook no argument over this, I remember that being a you phrase.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Say
know
so.
why, but I remember it.
Okay.
But he has to be stopped, I cried.
Yes.
Which probably explains why this is going on so long.
Yes, that's true.
Because as we were saying, we struggled to pull the pin
Yes.
on scenes.
On
because
scenes.
we liked dialogue, and
Yes.
so we just keep going. So that probably explains why this is dragging on so much.
Yeah, possibly.
He has to be stopped. I frowned then as something Cori had said sunk in. Bran's here? Why is that surprising? But okay.
Yeah, what?
Of course he is. We stopped by on the way home to see if you were here, she said, her sentence drifting off.
Oh, now we get to talk about their date.
date, because that's important.
At least Vari's probably going to have a panic attack about it.
Yeah. On the way home from where? I asked Cori. Cori blushed, and I managed to smile at long last.
I feel like you've smiled multiple times.
Yeah. No, she tried to smile multiple times. She never
I feel like there were wry smiles happening all over the shop.
We just went out. I meant to thank you for that, she said, shyly, blushing. Oh, really? I asked. I said, arching my brow. Toria, I'm good, I said smugly. Details? I asked.
There's nothing to tell.
Details?
Nothing happened.
Yeah, I know.
We went...
And now we've immediately gone to high school sleepover slumber vibes.
Yeah.
Slumber party vibes. Details? I asked, leaning forward, unfolding myself, my heart rate slowing, my breathing returning to normal. Cori smiled and slumped slightly in relaxation. Not much. He took me up to this cliff. It was so beautiful, she gushed. I grinned at her and laughed quietly.
I don't feel like that's gushing.
No, that's 2 sentences.
Yeah.
It seems I've been saying I told you so quite a bit, I smirked at her smugly, crossing my arms and peering down at her. As she rocked back to sit on the floor by my feet.
What?
Was she like maybe...
Well, she crouched down beside the bed.
Maybe.
But...
And so now maybe she's just like sat down.
That's weird. Sit on the bed. Dumbass.
Your character.
I hate her.
Thank you, Vari. I guess I should listen to you more. I can't believe he listened to you, though. She told me seriously, her eyes flickering to the wall. What did he listen to her about?
Well, Vari told Bran to take her on a date.
Alright.
Because he was just like snogging her in the stables and she was like, not about that.
Yeah, shocking. Behind which Bran was presumably sulking.
Okay.
For reasons, I don't know why. I smiled smugly at us, smugly at her, and chuckled beneath my breath. He knows I'm always right, I told her matter-of-factly. Cori frowned and snorted. But he's a male. What happened to manly pride? There was certainly plenty of it downstairs, she said, rolling her eyes. I hope Cain doesn't kill him. She muttered almost to herself. The corner of my mouth twitched in an attempt at a small smile as I chose to ignore the last comment. Manly pride really only comes about when other men are present or concerned, I pointed out, informatively.
Informatively?
Smoking once more. Well, I wish they both put it away, she replied sourly. I laughed quietly and shrugged slightly. It provides entertainment. And that is 3 till the break.
Great.
I haven't got too much on.
Oh, God.
Alright.
At least Cori chapters are short, even if they're boring.
Yeah, again, somehow, for some fucking reason, my chapters are really fucking long.
Save us from this prison.
Doc kept me in for a week, only letting me
A week? That seems like a long time. She wasn't, like, hurt. You know what I mean?
No, I feel like I was implying that she was.
But she has some bruises.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like a long time to stay in hospital.
Doc kept me in for a week, only letting me out for short walks up and down the street. I wasn't allowed out alone, though, and either he, Cori, Bran, and even on occasion, Cain, always accompanied me. I enjoyed the walks immensely. When I was with Doc, he'd teach me more about nursing, and it was just like being at school, except this time I wanted to learn.
Did you go to school?
I'd only gone to school a couple of times when I was little, before my parents died. I hated it. When Cori or Bran took me, sometimes both at the same time. Not for a walk. I mean, for a walk, not to school.
No, but like, she's like, when Doc took me, it was like being back at school. Then she's like, I hated school. It's like.
No, but she's saying, that's what she said though. She said, except this time I liked it.
Oh, right, okay. She started that with this whole kind of like, oh, it's so fun memories of school. I hated school. It's just, yeah, carry on.
No, that's what she said though. When Cori or Bran took me, sometimes both at the same time, it felt surprisingly good to know that someone cared for me and my health.
You just listed off a really long list of people who clearly care about your health.
Well, I think that's what she means though. Like she's like, oh, look, people do. I know Doc did. He was my doctor though, and the pessimistic part of my mind told me I was only his duty. I was inclined to believe otherwise though. Sorry, I've suddenly forgotten how to speak. The few times that Cain offered to take me though were beyond my comprehension. The majority of our walks were spent ruthlessly teasing each other. During the night, when I'd become dangerously close of thinking about nothing, which weakened my barriers against the terrifying images that filled my head, I'd occupied myself for hours trying to invent new and improved insults to throw at him, as well as comebacks.
It's serving Mr. Collins thinking about like ways to compliment when they have an idle moment.
No one would believe in it.
When they have that's such an unstudied air. Like
He always seemed to have a smart reply to everything though, and it always spurred me on to do better, to one day stump him completely. Unfortunately, I couldn't always remain on my guard, and as much as I dreaded it, I had to sleep, and although I put it off for as long as humanly possible, it persisted cruelly until it'd wrap its thorny finger around my mind and tempt me into a weakened state of subconsciousness. Lordy.
It's a lot.
I also had regular but random panic attacks, also Doc informed me, where I became strangely incoherent and dizzy, struggling to breathe. I can't think properly through the attacks. All I can do...
Why are you suddenly in present tense?
I don't know. All I can do and all I can feel is the same terror that gripped me that night. Weird. During my stay with Doc, I was forcibly fed up. I gained weight surprisingly quickly, and although I remained quite scrawny, I became less bony. My hair became a brilliant red in colour.
I didn't get fat, okay?
No.
It is important that you know I was still skinny.
Yeah.
Ugh.
My hair became a brilliant blood red in colour from frequent washes, and my skin was cleaner than it had been in years. I also discovered Doc's real name, as well as his wife's. We already knew the wife's name.
Yeah, we did.
Can't remember what it was. Like Martha or something like that.
Yeah, it was something dumb.
Yep.
Brand's mum is Ruth.
Ruth. I felt like we were introduced to the wife.
Yeah, we were. When Vari came the first time,
Yeah.
she introduced herself. It was like Judy or something like that.
I also discovered Doc's real
Judy?
name, as well as his wife's. I continued to call him Doc, though, by force of
Are you going
habit.
to tell us what it is?
His name was Dr. No. I left it blank. I've got... His name was Dr. Gray.
Great. So he doesn't have a name.
He doesn't have a name. I was like, oh, I found out his name. Did not name him, though.
Jesus Christ.
His wife, who adored mothering me, brushing my hair, feeding me, washing me, insisted on me calling her Eleanor. Her name's Eleanor now.
I don't think that's what it was.
Eleanor tried to make me wear a dress. This is very, weird.
It is weird. Why is his wife treating you like a doll, for starters? And like...
But, like, just in general, though, like, the way, like...
You're very... Yeah. You're suddenly, like, skimming over...
Yeah.
Like... And it's very, like... I don't know, maybe it is the thing where you're like, I can't be bothered to write...
Yeah.
Vari recovering, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
You're
say
gonna do
like,
it all in one hit. And
yeah,
that'd be...
I had random panic attacks, and you know,
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, cool.
Eleanor tried to make me wear a dress. It was green and far too frilly to be safe, and she was just about ready to tie me down and put it on me herself. So I pretended to have a panic attack. Unfortunately,
Why is this important?
I don't know.
Like, why? We know Vari doesn't like dresses.
I stepped outside, my stride hesitant as I looked about the street. Oh, sorry.
Oh, we're back in
yeah, line break. There was a line break.
Okay.
Line break. I stepped outside, my stride hesitant as I looked about the street. I stepped into the street and began to make my way up to the keep. It was early morning, and few people wandered the street sleepily, making their way to work.
So, did we do anything about
No, I don't think so.
Derek during this
Doesn't
week?
look like it.
Okay.
I was beyond nervous as I walked towards the keep with my mind numb with anxiety. I hadn't told Cori that I intended going back to work so soon because I knew she would have tried to stop me, but I couldn't trespass on Doc's hospitality any longer. I knew that Derek would be there, and my knees became weak, and the thought of meeting with him once more. What should I do? Ignore him? Just pretend everything was all right? I would be safe during the day, and if I was careful to remain out in the open where there were witnesses about. I didn't want to make him mad. I needed to stay out of his way, avoid being noticed.
Just tell somebody.
My breathing quickened, and I struggled to regain my composure as I walked through the inner gates and headed stiffly for the stable. I swallowed forcefully as I stepped in, the gentle waft of hay and horse manure flowing through me, calming marginally. I couldn't find anyone immediately, but my feet were frozen in the entrance. I stood there for a time, thankful that no one came into the long hall. The only interruption of my terror was the soft crunching of the horses and the occasional waffle of contentment. I managed to take a deep breath and move forward, looking around hesitantly, my heart pounding louder than my footsteps. "Hello, Red. Nice of you to finally show up," came a voice from behind me. I jumped about a foot in the air and wheeled around to face the stable master.
Man, I completely zoned out for like
Nothing happened. So
half a page there, and yeah, I came back and I'm like, yep, I still know where we are.
She's just in the stable. So yeah, this is the stable master, and then I also have not named the stable master, but I've left a space for it. The unfortunate thing is I've continued to refer to him by his name while not having a name. So let's call him Reg. See, that's how hard it is to come up with a name, guys. Why? Look, surely I could have thought of a name.
Surely.
And he's not that important. He's not that important. This is the first time we've heard of him.
Yeah. Just call him John or something.
Yeah.
What the fuck does it matter?
His name's Reg. Relief washed through me. My heart set. So every time I say Reg, just know that it's not actually.
It's not actually
It's
Reg.
just a blank line.
Yeah.
The stable master Reg. Relief washed through me. My heart settling. Thankful that Reg had found me and not Derek. I was sick, I told him quietly, hating the way my voice shook.
Yeah, did you not tell the stables that you weren't going to be there for a week?
Yeah. I was sick, I told him quietly, hating the way my voice shook. Reg raised his brows at me and looked me up and down. I cringed slightly as he examined me. You look better than when you left, he pointed out. Because, 1 week is enough to,
become, a different person.
Yeah. Even if,
Yeah.
Anyway. He pointed out, his tone skeptical. For the first time in the life that I could remember, I blushed.
I don't think that that's true. I feel
I don't know if Cori, if Vari has blushed. Ever.
I feel like she has.
I don't know if she has.
I feel like she has.
I don't think so.
I think she has.
Cori's blushed.
Yes, I know that.
I don't think Vari has.
I think she has.
When?
I feel like at least in one of her conversations with Kane or something like that, she may not have used the word blushed, but I feel like she's done the heat rush to my face or
yeah, but
I
that's
went
an
red
anger thing though. I think this is I blush in bashfulness.
I think that she has at least once.
I don't know. Vari and bashfulness does not go hand in hand. Doc kept me in till I got better. Got better.
Got better?
I mumbled shyly. I peered up at him with a wry smile. Sorry, Red, but you lost your job. King don't want you here, he told me. I blinked at him in shock, a small frown shadowing my features. I'd lost my room, my job. Where was I going to go?
Probably to Doc's.
Tears threatened, and I swallowed audibly as I stepped past him, making for the door. Red shifted and caught my arm, and my heart caught in my throat. I stared up at him in horror, and he quickly let go at the sight of my face. He frowned, confused, as I swayed in relief when he let me go. I am sorry, Red. If it was up to me, I'd let you stay here, he said sincerely. I nodded, not trusting myself to speak, before sprinting past him and out of the stables, breathless, cold, and lost. So lost.
What the fuck? So, why does the king give a shit? This Derek thing has got to be... Derek has got to be someone.
Yeah.
Right? He's got to be someone important.
There must be... So that's the end of the chapter. I don't know if I said that. I feel like there must be something happening here. Maybe Vari is actually someone. Or something. There's something happening. Surely.
I feel like Derek has got to have something on someone.
Yeah.
Right? Because that would explain why Kane...
Can't make a move
against him.
Yeah.
And why... Because obviously he has gotten Vari fired, right?
Yeah.
Realistically, the fact that she just vanished for a week...
That probably didn't help.
Probably why she got fired, but in the context of this story, that's clearly not what's happening here. So, I feel like Derek has got to be someone or have something on someone...
Yeah.
That is protecting him.
Yeah.
And so he's gotten Vari fired so that she can't rat him out.
Yeah.
And whatever that is what's preventing Kane from moving against him as well.
Yeah.
Weird. Interesting.
Maybe something's happening.
Bit of a dramatic reaction. She has another job.
Yes.
And Doc is clearly going to look after her.
Yeah.
Well, that was a slog.
Yeah.
We made a mess of that episode.
We sure did.
Also, both of our phones died at various intervals.
Yeah.
dropping the recording. We had to stop.
It took us like so this. Yeah, we started at 9.
9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's
so it
now
took us 2 hours
11.
to record.
Jesus. Oh, no, I'm running out of storage again.
For fuck's sake.
Let's wrap this up. All right.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Let's move on.
Whatever.
Do.
Okay, so now we move on to the part of the podcast called What We Read, where we're talking about the books that we've been reading. What you been reading?
What was I reading? I read. Yes. Did I write a review? I did. Good. So yeah, all right, so I read False Value, which is another Ben Aronovich book.
Yep.
Sorry guys, you're gonna get sick of me. But like, I think this is book number 8.
Yeah, like 9 or something.
8, no, and I think there's one more that I've got, and then the 10th one has just come out. So I'm nearly through them all again. So, and at that point, hopefully you'll only have to hear me talk about them when he releases a new one every couple of years. So
sometimes maybe I'll review one.
Yeah, maybe. So you're nearly through the end of hearing about these books, but I really like them. Yes. So this was False Value. So this was another main story, Peter Grant.
Is this the computer one?
Yeah.
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 I think that's the last one I've read.
Yeah. Yeah. So this one, look, it's really, having gone through them. So this was the first one, I think, in the main series, that I've read for the first time. So I've been doing the rereads so I can get to this book, basically. And it's really cool having read them all so closely together, really seeing the character development of Peter Grant. Yeah. Primarily, but even so like good. Nightingale as well. Like, oh, love Nightingale.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's the best. And the fact that, you know, we're 8 books in and he's still putting out really good stories, still really developing the world, and still creating these really good sort of like mysteries. Yeah. And like it's not just the books. Like he's got 8 books, but he's also got like half a dozen novellas, and he's got like another dozen graphic novels. Like he's created this really, really broad world that I just really love being in. And it's not getting old. No. Really. So I did worry about this one because I won't sort of spoil it, but I did worry this one might be a little bit different to the others, but it wasn't. It was great. Handled it really well. And yeah, I fucking loved it. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, if you like that sort of, like if you like a little bit of supernatural crime, like, because I really do like supernatural crime. Yes. I think it's great. Like it's
I like supernatural crime more than I like normal crime.
Yeah.
I don't really like normal crime, but I read supernatural crime.
Yeah, so I definitely started in supernatural crime, and then I've sort of gone into cozy crime, which is similar because it's kind of similar vibes. Like it's not super dark, it's not super heavy, but it is still sort of crime. There's still like that mystery about it all, and it's very well written. The characters are all really, really strong. Yeah, just really like them. What about you?
Yes, so I have read God Killer by Hannah Kana. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. This is the debut novel. Very impressed. I enjoyed it. It was pacing was a little janky, but otherwise it was really, really good. So basically it's set in this world where gods basically are created by worship. So when people sort of, it's kind of like a cycle, you know, like when people sort of want good crops, they sort of pray to the god of crops, and in doing that creates the god of crops. Yeah. And so
I do believe in fairies, that kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But in this world, a few years before the story starts, the gods were slaughtered and mostly wiped out. And there are now these people called Vega who are god killers. And so they basically travel around the countryside killing gods. These gods that sort of spring up naturally from sort of people's existence and the interface between human and nature and all of that kind of stuff. So it's about this god killer whose family were killed by the gods when she was a little girl. Amazing. She's a one-legged lesbian god killer. So the representation in this book is great. One of the things that is really cool about this is it is a world in which diverse sexualities are just like just a thing.
I love that.
Nobody gives a shit.
No one,
it's not. It's just not a thing.
It's not commented on. It's not
exactly
unusual. It just is.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, yep, people bang whoever the fuck they want. Like it just doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. So good. And so like that's a really nice representation. So there are a lot of queer characters in the book, and it's just they just are like it just doesn't even factor, like it's just how they are. And also like she only has one leg, so she's good disabled rep as well, because doesn't like it. It's good in that it impacts her because she only has one leg, but it doesn't slow her down or affect her being an amazing warrior and whatever. So basically she kind of ends up teamed up with this young noble girl who has a pet god. Is the god of white lies, and he's like a knight, I guess, who fought with the king in the God Wars, who is kind of severely traumatized. He has pretty severe PTSD about his experiences during the God Wars, and sort of the three of them and the god Sketty kind of go on this sort of adventure together, and it's really, really well written. The characters are really good. There's the world building is really cool, really interesting.
Is it a series?
I assume so.
It will be.
I assume so. Yes. So the story didn't finish, so I guess it's going to be more.
You would
I would assume it's more.
Yeah.
But I think it's quite new, so I'm not sure how long it'll be before the next one comes out. But my only complaint really is that it does take a while to get going. This it kind of starts with a flashback about kissing, and then there's just like a lot of scene setting stuff, and then there's sort of a long time where the characters kind of all kind of don't like each other and don't trust each other, and that feels like it just kind of goes on for a really long time, and then the ending is like everything the ending goes bonkers.
Yeah, a little bit like Akatar, where it was like you spent like 3/4 of the book fucking around in the fucking castle.
It's not even big. It's really small. It's only 300 pages or something. So it just the balance of the story just felt a bit janky. But it's a debut novel, so I have faith that she's going to get better, and that it will sort of improve in the subsequent books, especially now she's kind of got that scene setting stuff out of the way. But it was really quite good, very enjoyable. So I do think push, if you are reading it, do push through the first third or so. It is, I know it seems like a lot, it's not a very big book, so it's a bit and then but it does hit its stride eventually and get going, and the world building is really, really interesting. So very strong debut novel from Hannah Carr.
Keep an eye on it.
Yeah,
very good.
That's me.
Cool. Alrighty, well, that's us for this week.
We have finally finished this episode.
We when is this going to come out?
I don't know. November?
I think we're past November now.
Well, the ones we've got take us up to October, right?
Yeah, so I think we'll be around January, I think, in this one.
January?
Yeah, December, January, I think.
Jesus, okay.
So we can still talk about book fair. So we are on our way to the Book Fair Australia.
Yes. Next month.
Next month.
So sorry.
I think. depending on when this comes out. So it is in February in Melbourne at the convention centre there. And book fair is amazing. You should definitely buy your tickets and come and say hello, but also just say hello to everyone there because it was just such a fun vibe there.
So nice.
So many lovely people, so many cool people to talk to.
Great place to get indie books.
So many fun things to buy.
Yeah. And book-related things.
Yeah,
bookmarks.
exactly. It was just delightful. I'm really excited to be going again.
Yes,
I'm really excited to be a vendor as well.
Yes.
I think we'll probably get to talk to even more people doing that.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
So yeah, we'll be there. We'll be wrapping the podcast and hopefully also our debut book, Revelation. So
maybe we should say something because I feel like we haven't actually told anybody what
the
Revelation
hell it
is about.
No. Yeah.
So Revelation is the first book of our trilogy, The Second Coming. It is an urban fantasy novel set in Brooklyn, in New York, and it is about angels and demons.
Hell yeah.
I don't really know how to...
I thought you were going for a pitch, and I was like, oh, you've got one.
Yeah, I don't really know how to pitch it.
So basically,
without spoiling it.
Without spoiling it.
We don't want to tell them what happens.
Basically...
Okay, so it is a multiple point of view, third person, because we don't hate ourselves, narrative about Mary, a human girl who has the sight, which means that she can see sort of the world of angels and demons, and Ethereal and Belial, who are two fallen angels who are dealing with some underworld shit. And that's basically
kind of,
it. Shit happens.
Mary sees something she shouldn't, and
gets involved.
And so then, they're all kind of trying to figure out what's going on together, while also figuring out who the fuck each other are. It's great. You should definitely read it.
Yes. We will figure out a pitch that is better than this.
Exactly.
You guys aren't here because we're polished, right?
We're just making this up as we go, guys.
Absolutely. The book is good, okay?
The book is good, you can't just, we're novelists. We don't do short stories. We need at least 1,000 words.
Exactly. So anyway, come to book fair. Buy a book, and say hi.
In the meantime, you can reach out to us at whatwewritepod@gmail.com, or we are across all of their socials, which is TikTok, Tumblr, Facebook, Insta, YouTube. And our handle is the same across all of them. It is at What We Wrote Podcast. So you can hit us up in there.
Drop us a follow,
rate, review, subscribe. That really, really helps. Tell your friends about us. That really helps to support the podcast.
Yes.
That's it.
Go.
We'll see you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.